in preparation.
Take a look. That's inside Crew Dragon right now. Our Crew 1 crew now coasting in low Earth orbit, still attached to that second stage. In just a couple of minutes, we should see that second stage separate and Crew Dragon will be flying free.
Dragon separation confirmed.
And separation confirmed. You can see that second stage departing. Crew Dragon leaving it behind.
Separation confirmed.
Confirmation from teams on the ground and the crew. You can see them monitoring those 3 display panels, monitoring their journey to the International Space Station and where they are in the world right now, or over the world, I should say.
And Dragon SpaceX, just for timeline awareness, burn is in about just under 1 minute.
And copy that. We see it starts in 40 seconds. And just for your awareness, both MS-1 and pilot are out of their suits, and they're getting them strapped into their seats this time.
Copy all.
Phase burn has begun. We are a minute underway, so good news there. And it should last about 9.5 minutes, raising the perigee, or the lowest point of Dragon's current orbit, to a higher altitude.
And as you can see live, they have now revealed to us the 0G indicator, and it looked like a little baby Yoda.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if we might hear a little bit more about that later, that choice, but did look like another crew member floating around with them.
Yeah, very cool to see them as they're actually coasting to the International Space Station.
Yeah, first 4-person capsule that has ever flown, and so that's another big first for the mission. This is a view over the shoulder of our commander, Mike Hopkins, and pilot, Victor Glover, taking a look at some of the systems aboard Crew Dragon. Pretty neat to see them interacting with those touchscreens.
We've got Baby Yoda on board trying to take a seat right now, I guess.
I know, I think that's Victor Glover's seat, so hope he doesn't mind.
Maybe Baby Yoda's trying to pilot the vehicle. But some pretty cool views. The crew members are hanging out, quite literally, as they coast to the International Space Station.
This beautiful view coming to you live from space on Crew Dragon Resilience. Our Crew 1 crew giving us an amazing look outside the window, the very same view they're getting right now on their way to the International Space Station.
And as you heard them call out, this is a floater camera that they're using inside. So it's
Dragon SpaceX, we're getting a beautiful view on the webcast as well.
Yeah, okay, we copy all. I tell you, I wish you guys could all be up here with us, but rest assured you're up here with us in spirit.
Copy.
and some great words from the crew to all of you watching, enjoying this view with them. Again, this is a floater camera on the vehicle. It's not stationary, so this is a camera that they can move around inside of the cabin. And it almost feels like we're looking through their eyes right now.
I love this, and I love what they just said. Oh, I thought we were going a little bit back into the cabin, but these views are so amazing. I love how Soichi Noguchi put it. Crew 1 is you one. So, you know, they said we're all there in spirit, and I really do feel like they've prioritized making this a mission for everyone. They even said crew 1 for all, or all for crew 1 for all. So it really is amazing to get to be part of this.
And it almost feels like we're looking out the window of an airplane, except for it's a spacecraft.
Yes, except you'd be floating in microgravity. Seatbelt signs are off. There's also, you probably heard them discussing an upcoming broadcast event, which we're really excited about. We hope that the crew will give us some pretty cool views inside the spacecraft and maybe tell us what they've been up to. And that is coming up at 1:38 p.m. Pacific time, so don't miss it. Stick around. This view on the right side of your camera, actually from the International Space Station. Let's see where the space station is right now. It looks like it is flying north of New Zealand, about 268 statute miles above us all, and Dragon is on its way.
Very cool.
And we continue just to watch these views, both from the space station and then this one from Crew Dragon. Just fascinating, just getting to be part of, you know, like you said, seeing it a little bit through their eyes. We're really along for the ride. It's very interesting and just fascinating to think that we're able to get camera footage from space.
Yeah, and something really interesting, you mentioned how fast Dragon was moving through space, but it almost looks like they're at a standstill because of how far they are from Earth.
Yeah.
So just really interesting how fast they...
I think you're getting a good view of New Zealand right now.
Yeah, it looks incredible. Yeah, we definitely are getting a great view.
And as you heard them mention, they are also getting a view of New Zealand. They're still below and a bit behind the International Space Station, but the two are getting ever closer in preparation for docking tonight. And Jesse, as you mentioned, Dragon's speed, it does look like very serene and definitely not like it's moving as fast as it is. But as a matter of fact, it is flying about 17,108 miles per hour. So that's relative to Earth. That's 7,648 meters per second.
Yeah, that's pretty fast. But even at that speed, they got a beautiful, smooth-looking view of Earth. And New Zealand, it sounds like.
That sounds like it. I know there's only a couple of windows on Crew Dragon, so I'm wondering if they're all taking turns switching out who gets to look out the window at what time.
Right.
I know that's a popular pastime of astronauts aboard the International Space Station as well. We have the cupola window, which is sort of like a big bay window, and it looks directly down on Earth. So a lot of the pictures that you see from the International Space Station come from the cupola. It's also a great location for us to monitor the arrival of vehicles. We had a great video come out after DM2 docking where you could see Chris Cassidy was in the cupola watching DM2 arrive, and so potentially, you know, we may see something similar today, somebody looking out the cupola as Crew Dragon comes in.
A sight that must be to just watch another spacecraft floating to come and join you on board station.
And even more exciting that it's your friends,
yeah,
you know,
right.
The people that you work with and have trained with before. So I know that they are anxiously awaiting their arrival.
Resilience is ready for the event.
Copy, we're go.
Okay, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome on board Crew Dragon Resilience. Victor, Shannon, Soichi, and I are very pleased to welcome you on board as we journey to the International Space Station. Currently, we're going to give you just a little bit of a tour of our home. for the next few hours as well. And so I'm sitting here in the cockpit, or the bridge, if you will. So this is where we are for launch and for landing, as well as when we get ready for docking. If you take a quick look here, you can see we've got three primary displays, touchscreen displays that we use to control resilience. And so we can bring up our procedures, we can bring up maps that show where we are over the Earth, and it's actually quite nice, the touch screens that we have here for controlling resilience. We also have some backup controls here, buttons, so that if anything should happen to these displays, we still have some of the critical functionality that we can accomplish with these buttons that you see here. So that's pretty much it here in the cockpit, and so now I'm going to pass you off to Ike.
Hello everyone, Victor here. Baby Yoda and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the hatches. Just about 24 hours ago, we entered resilience through this side hatch, and to open that hatch again until we are safely splashed down in the ocean and the recovery forces are bringing us aboard the ship and taking us out of the capsule. So when we dock to station, we will actually leave and go into ISS through the forward hatch, which is up here, and it's based on the body axis of the spacecraft, so the nose cone opens forward and you can go into station in that direction. And at this time, I'm going to hand you off to Soichi.
And Soichi, for awareness, we're not getting audio from you currently.
I'm sorry. Hey, good evening and konbanwa. This is Soichi Noguchi. I'm now talking through the lower tier of the capsule. Many people see the seat, but Dragon capsule has amazingly vast area of storage. And I'm now sitting over the mid-deck lockers, and this is quite a roomy area. There might be some other creatures kind of slowly coming through you. And this is also a very important stuff. This is the storage area for the EVA equipment for us when we go up. And this is actually powered payload, and it is now powered, and it's like a refrigerator which holds ice cream. Science material. Science material for the ISS. Okay, that's the vast storage area underneath our seat. Now I'm going to turn over to Shannon.
All right. Thank you, Soichi. As you can see, with the four of us in this Dragon capsule, it's quite a bit more crowded than it was with just Doug and Bob. And so I thought I would show you some of what it's like to actually live on a spacecraft like this. You'll see that we actually have bags stowed all over the place, and this is for a number of reasons. You can pan over here, Soichi. You will see up here we actually have some bags full of our emergency equipment, and we've got bags that hold our supplies, such as the shirts and pants that we are wearing now came up in these bags. You'll also see that we've got things such as food and water stashed around, because every once in a while we like to have a snack. A little bit later on I'm going to have some trail mix. These are the water bottles that we have to drink out of. You can see it can be a little bit challenging because there is...
Close out this little tour of Dragon Resilience here with something very, very special, actually. This is something that is a tradition within the astronaut office. And just to give you a little history on it, so when you first are selected as an astronaut and you come in for your basic training, you go through about 2 years of training to become an astronaut. And then once that is complete and